Welcome to Chapter 2, Parts 2, Elements in the Simplest Form of Matter. So in this section, we're just going to talk about pure substances and elements in particular. So a pure substance is matter with a uniform fixed composition at the nanoscopic level. Fixed composition just means it's always going to be the same material. It's going to be the same kind of thing. Whereas nanoscopic level is talking about the size of atoms. There's actually two kinds of pure substances. There are elements and there are compounds. We are going to focus more on the elements, and in the next video we will talk about compounds. But elements have one type or one kind of atom, whereas compounds are one type of molecule which is created by two or more kinds of atoms. Speaking of elements, an element is a pure substance of only one kind of atom, which we just mentioned. And again, this element can be any size. It can go anywhere from a single atom to numerous atoms of the same type. For example, I have a whole bucket of copper atoms. This whole thing is just a giant element. It's all copper, whether it's the whole bucket or whether it's just one atom of that bucket. It's all copper. So what is an atom? An atom is the smallest particle of an element that still retains its properties. That's the most important thing, because technically there are things smaller than atoms. Everything here is made of protons, neutrons, and electrons. This copper is made of protons, neutrons, and electrons. The carbon is made of protons, neutrons, and electrons. But an atom of copper is very different than an atom of carbon. How? Well, hopefully over the summer assignment, you know that protons determine the element. So, a carbon atom has to have 29 protons. And once you get to 29 protons, it's always going to have the same properties, no matter how big of a piece you have. So I have a single atom of copper. A single atom of copper is going to conduct electricity. This giant bucket of copper, which is all copper, is going to conduct electricity because it's all copper. The carbon here is going to have different properties than the copper because carbon only has 6 protons. So it has different properties. But again, no matter the piece I have of carbon, it's going to have the same properties. But I can only go down as far as an atom. Once you get smaller than an atom, then you lose the different unique properties for that element. That's it. Very, very, very short video for this one.